Dun, 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 dun. We are
live. We are now live. So I would just like to say hi on behalf of myself and Angel Haze. Angel has had technical internet problems again and isn't able to get online. So what we've decided to do today, my co-host, Andy Peloquin, who is a fantastic author, well known for the Dark Blade Assassin series, and Jeff Kohanek, who's also a best-selling author and is known for his wizardoms. Kingdom, your wizardom. It can't be a kingdom if there's wizards ruling it.
And I know that wizardoms for wizards.
The kingdom of wizardoms or the wizardom of kingdoms.
Almost redundant if you say kingdom and wizardom.
Well, it's the wizardom of kings and the kingdom of wizardoms wizards. It just rolls off the tongue super easily.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Jace's world where he just goes and gets up to shenanigans and everyone else has fun on the sidelines.
That's mostly it.
Yeah. Anyway, I know a lot of yeah, he's cool. I know a lot of readers, a lot of our readers, read across all of our work, and I know that they love Angel to bits as the founder of Indie Fantasy Addicts. She's an amazing woman, and unfortunately, she couldn't be here today. So, Andy came up with a brilliant idea.
Yeah, so I get to say the brilliant idea. Yes, I get the credit for something cool. We're just going to do another one of these for you guys. So we were going to read both Angel's and Eileen's tonight, but then it was like, we're all pretty limited on time. You've probably only got a limited amount of time. I know Jeff's got to get back to floor. You can actually see like the little floor behind him. Very cool. As someone who just finished doing a ton of flooring myself, mad props, Jeff. But now, we get a shorter time reading to you guys. You get an awesome story, and then you get it again in a week or two. We could honestly make this a regular thing if that's what we want to do. So I think this is more value for your time spent here. So you're welcome, America.
And here's Andy with no time, with the biggest, longest spiel. You can tell why he writes all these epics of like 250K. Is that your shortest?
No, I've got books in the 100,000 range. Right now, my books are, they're kind of between 250 and 350. Or no, 320, we'll say. That's the last one.
So these are no longer door stoppers. These are the foundations for a house, right? Or for a wizardom.
Exactly. It's for the wizard kings of the wizardom. That's why I wrote them.
Oh my goodness! Wait till Jace comes to steal those. Okay, now Jeff, you're stealing all the limelight with your amazing world you've built. So, is there anything you'd like to add before we go dive in and look at some shenanigans of Dragon Pirate? And we will be coming back to Reign of Shadows in a week or two, or whenever Angel's internet starts being more reliable.
I'm ready. Let's just do it.
Okay, so one of the reasons we chose Jeff is that we know that Jeff is absolutely brilliant at doing falsettos. Would you like to give us a little demo there, Jeff, of what your falsettos sound like?
What? Oh no!
Oh, that's perfect.
That's amazing.
It is.
My falsetto comes out like Dame Maggie Smith. I cannot do like a younger woman falsetto. Older woman falsetto, fine, but that's impressive.
So are you going to demo now as well, Andy, now that you've, are you going to give us a quick falsetto and show us what you'd sound like if you were hogging Jeff's part, which you're not today?
I'm going to save it for when we actually have an older female character, very prim, very British, very disapproving of everything. Then I'll pull out my McGonagall.
Excellent. I won't be attempting to do my Dumbledore. Okie doke. Righty ho. Shall we get started then? We're going to start with Dragon Pirate, and I'm being a little bit naughty. There's a lot of spoilers in this piece because it actually happens right near the end of the story, so a decent way into the story. But it's such a fun tavern brawl, I thought that maybe we should start with that. So, Jeff, would you like to read the introduction? This is from Dragon Pirate, Riders of Fire Dragon Masters Book 3, which just released 2 weeks ago. And also, before we start, I'd like to thank my Facebook group because we've had so much fun over the last 2 weeks. We've had a stack of visiting authors, and readers have just been getting in there and having so much fun with people. And there's been a whole 2 weeks of partying. It's been amazing. So, and this is the culmination. Grand event. Okay, go Jeff. Take it away.
Will, known as the Scarlet Hand, the most notorious pirate on the Niobian Sea, is in the rusty keg. I almost said lusty keg.
The leaky keg.
That's a great name for a tavern.
Okay,
my readers named all the taverns in my book.
pirate tavern for broken retired pirates mustering up a new crew. Okay, Rusty, a girl disguised as a cabin boy and newly his lover, has decided to drink for drink, not realizing he has holes drilled in the bottom of amuses the crowd of pirates.
There's some words missing there, of his tankard. So she gets drunk and starts amusing the crowd of pirates.
There you go.
With her terrible jokes.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay. Andy, are you going to narrate?
I will. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. When the character inevitably dies, when Rusty dies halfway through this thing, just remember that this is all part of the climactic moment that we're definitely not spoiling with Rusty dying. No spoilers in this one. All right, here we go. Gradually, the crowd edged closer, the pirates the back, eager for a closer look. Will, Larkspur, Blue, and Swan among them, pushing those at the front down into the pit. Soon, Will was within an arm's length of the table Rusty was standing on. Tiny fished a glass bottle of blue liquor from his tunic and waved it above his head. Honking? The crowd let him through and he held it to Rusty's lips. Oh, gods, no! A hand grasped Will's shoulder.
Dragonfire, a deep voice. Go.
A deep voice hummed in his ear. Volto, how had he slipped so close? God, the man will be a great assassin, gliding through the crowd to slip a dagger into some unsuspecting pirate's ribs. Will gulped, as long as the unsuspecting pirate wasn't him.
I'm afraid it's Dragonfire, all right.
Will shook his head.
Be prepared,
Volto said.
Anything could happen now.
Will's grip tightened on his cutlass. Across the crowd, Larkspur's violet eyes widened as Rusty took a slug, then another. Who'd have known some girl with such a small frame could handle so much booze? Rusty gave a giant burp, giggled, then raised the bottle.
Another one?
She bellowed. Well done. Beautiful. The crowd cheered, so she drank the bottle dry and told another joke, slurring so badly it was hard to understand her. The pirates boomed with laughter. On the other side of the table, Gunthar was mesmerized by her jokes, laughing in all the right places. His drunken gecko swayed on his shoulder, its eyes fixed on Rusty's fiery red hair. Feet clumsy, it clambered onto Gunthar's dark curly hair and sat upon the top of his head. During a dramatic pause in Rusty's joke, the gecko's feet slid down Gunthar's forehead.
You drunken lizard!
He scowled, shoving the gecko back on top of his head. A titter ran through the crowd. Rusty hiccuped and delivered her punchline. The crowd roared. The gecko took fright and launched itself from Gunthar's head, flying at Rusty. It landed on her shirt, its feet scrabbling at her chest and ripping her shirt. A high-pitched scream ripped from her. The lizard scampered onto her head. Do it again, Jeff. Excellent. The lizard scampered onto her head and swayed drunkenly, then nibbled her hair. Rusty screeched and batted at her head. Laughter boomed around the pit, pirates clutching their sides and roaring at the sight. Then someone bellowed.
Oi, Scarlet Hand, your cabin boy sounds just like a woman. Is that who you're recruiting? Women?
Although it was meant as a joke, murmurs ran through the crowd. Yelling broke out.
She's a woman! That's a girl it is, I'm sure.
Delight lit Rusty's face.
I am a woman!
She screamed, ripping off her shirt and tossing it to the ground, revealing her slim figure and her gorgeous, creamy skin, the bulges pressed flat against her chest by her bindings. Surprise rippled across the pirates' faces.
You are a woman indeed, and ripe for the plucking.
A pirate with one long, bushy eyebrow and a lush beard lunged at Rusty, his eyes glinting. But Will was faster. Leaping onto the table, he shielded Rusty's body with his own and slashed at the pirate's groping hands with his cutlass. The bearded pirate howled and drew a broadsword, far heavier and weightier than Will's blade. Flaming dragon dung! Then Volto was there on the table, Larkspur, Blue, and Swan too, forming a barricade around Rusty and fighting off interested punters. Blades clashed, the hum and scrape of metal and the bellows and grunts of fighting men rending the air. Rusty, stuck in the middle of them, wailed,
Of course I'm a woman. Gods, I'm drunk. Can't I lie down? Can I go lie down?
Sure, lovey, come and lie with me.
A bear of a man called. More pirates surged forward.
No, she's mine.
The skinny one with the red bandana called.
I saw her first.
A pirate drove his fist into another's face. Someone picked up a chair and broke it over the man's head. He slumped to the floor.
I'll take you standing up or lying down.
The man smashing his blade into Will's cutlass yelled. His eyes gleamed with feral hunger, and he drove Will backward across the table, his broadsword making Will's arm ache as he deflected, parried, and twisted, trying to stay out of reach. Rusty was a virgin. Will would die before he let any of these brutes at her. So he fought on, sweat beading his brow and his arm throbbing. Volto called.
No need to kill them, Scarlet Hand. Tomorrow they won't even remember what happened. Just beat them back a little.
Beat them back a little? The pirate fighting Will was frenzied, his creepy eyes roving over Rusty's body. By the dragon gods, she was oblivious. Dancing on the table, she yelled,
I love a good brawl. Keep fighting.
She waved the empty dragonfire bottle above her head, shrieking. A chair flew toward them. Larkspur bounded across the table and leapt through the air, kicking with this brute and sending it flying into a seething throng of brawling pirates. He landed on his feet and whirled to fight off a horde of lusty men. Swan leaped after him, landing in the pit and swinging his cutlass. On the far side of the tavern, a pair of wrestling pirates careened into a lantern, knocking it onto an overstuffed chair. The fabric caught and flared into a blazing fire. A man hefted a keg of beer and hurled it at the burning chair. The keg smashed, splashing ale over the fire, dousing it.
Stop dancing, Rusty, and fight!
Will panted, smacking Monobrow's knuckles with his cutlass.
I'm sick of hiding in your flaming cabin.
Rusty crooned.
Let the world see who I am.
She pirouetted on the table, waving her empty bottle.
Let me at that peach.
The bearded pirate roared, his spittle flying into Will's face. He smacked his blade across Will's thighs and lunged onto the table. With the flat of his blade, he bashed Will's cutlass skyward. Will's weapon whirled through the air and embedded itself tip first in a rafter. Gunthar's gecko scrambled along the roof, down the cutlass, and hooked its tail around the loop, swinging on Will's cutlass. For the sake of the first egg, as if his weapon were some toy, the pirate lunged at Will, bowling him flat onto his back. Pinned under the beefy man's weight, Will watched in horror as the pirate grabbed Rusty's ankle. She stumbled as he dragged her toward them. With the flash of light on metal, Will's cutlass and the gecko dropped from the ceiling. He reached out to catch it, but only caught hold of the gecko. Swinging the lizard by its tail, he launched it at the pirate's bushy head. The gecko scrambled over the man's head, making him yell. The man raised a fist and punched Will's jaw. Pain exploded through his face.
Oh, no, you don't.
Rusty cried, smacking the man on the head with her bottle. The bottle shattered, glass flying into Will's face and hair, and the pirate slumped on Will's chest, unconscious. Will rolled the man off him, sending his pirate's body crashing off the table to the floor. He grabbed Rusty.
By the dragon gods, woman, what were you thinking?
Rusty hiccuped and grinned.
I wasn't,
she said, and kissed him. She tasted like dragon fire, rum, ale, sweetness, dreams of days in sunny meadows, and Rusty. The bearded pirate on the ground groaned and pushed himself up to sit. Will shoved Rusty into the middle of the table, away from the fighting on the ground.
Stay here and stay safe.
She grinned, hefting the broken bottle shaft.
I'll fix him.
Will leapt to the ground, snatched at the fallen pirate's broadsword, and pointed at the man's paunch.
One more move against my girl and you'll taste this. Get out of this tavern and never cross my path again.
He melded with Scarletta.
Would you mind roaring about now? Finished with your fun, have you? I was wondering how long you'd keep fighting.
The sea dragon's roar thundered along the beach outside.
All right. I didn't know she was yours, Captain.
Hands up, the man edged backward, tripped on a fallen pirate, and was swamped by 5 pirates who leapt on top of him. The end. Wait, Rusty was supposed to die.
Jeff needed a few more lines in there. Next time we'll have to pick something with, he died anyway.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we should have actually had a red wig for Jeff so he could be Rusty.
Amazing.
Oh, that was so much fun. That was a lot quicker than I thought. We did that like in 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're super efficient like that.
Yeah, you do an incredible job narrating, Andy. Thank you. And Jeff, you're such a wonderful woman. Your alter ego. Yeah, you're just one of the girls, right? It's cool. Okay, well, I'd like to thank, I can see Michael Lee's there leaving some comments, and I know people will pop back onto Facebook and YouTube later and come and say hi. So if, someone said they saw it too late, they saw 60 seconds. Well, once we actually push end on this, it will be uploaded in my Facebook group and on my YouTube channel, and you can come back and hear Andy and Jeff and I having fun, and we'll do this again in a couple of weeks. We'll post something and we'll get Angel on to help read her story because unfortunately she couldn't make it today. So anything else you'd like to say, guys? When's the last time you had a brawl with pirates in a tavern?
It's been a couple weeks.
In a couple of weeks. Isn't that something you do regularly, Jeff?
Funny, I was going to say it's been a couple novels.
Been a couple of novels since you've
yeah,
had a
but the
pirate
next series I'm writing is going to be featuring a pirate woman, so this probably going to happen a lot.
Yeah, well, I have a special announcement for my readers because as a result of writing this book, this was a series that was 4 books long, and I'm about to expand it to 9. It grew to 6, and now it's going to be 9 because we've decided that Rusty needs her own book. So if we ever come back and do that reading, there'll be a lot of lines for you, Jeff.
Yay! Way to go, Rusty!
Yay. Rusty! Anyway, I better let you go and clean up all the glass shards lying around your house from smacking the dragonfire bottle over the pirate's head. And good luck with your floor. Thank you very much, Andy, and thank you, Jeff. And we'll have to come and hang out again some other time. Okay,
Absolutely.
cheers.
See you guys.
Okay, bye.